Welcome back, Coinology. The story of the 2021 1-cent coin begins in a place where most people never look closely, hidden in plain sight, tucked inside pockets, drawers, and forgotten wallets, yet carrying a mystery that would grow into one of the most unbelievable tales ever whispered in the coin collecting world. It all starts with a simple penny, the 2021 Lincoln cent, a coin so ordinary that millions of people touched it daily without understanding that behind its copper-coated shell existed a rumor, a legend, a spark that would ignite the imagination of collectors around the world and eventually push its perceived value into mind-shattering territory. The story has been told in quiet conversations at coin shows, in late-night online forums, and even in heated debates between professional numismatists who swear that something unusual happened in the 2021 production year, something that left behind an extremely small number of cents unlike any others, and one of those ultra-rare examples allegedly traded hands in a private collector's circle for a theoretical value so enormous that the story of the $187,000,000 million penny became a modern myth, a tale retold thousands of times with details shifting like grains of sand, but with the heart of the story always returning to the same question: what makes a single cent, a coin meant to represent the smallest monetary value in the United States, suddenly become the center of such a colossal narrative? To understand this, you have to travel back into the world of coin design, striking, and production. The 2021 1-cent coin carries the familiar portrait of Abraham Lincoln created by Victor David Brenner more than a century ago, his profile turned slightly to the right, his gaze calm and firm, a reminder of the country's 16th president whose legacy has appeared on the cent since 1909. Above his head sits the word liberty, simple yet powerful, representing the ideals of the nation, and to the right sits the date, 2021, a year that on the surface seems ordinary but for collectors marks a period of unusual shifting patterns in minting distribution. For the 2021 cent, the U.S. Mint produced coins in Philadelphia and Denver, each bearing the standard design, and for most people, these coins were nothing more than the everyday pennies used to buy candy, pay for parking, or roll up in tubes for kids' piggy banks. But among these coins, according to the whispers that numismatists continue to retell, there existed a micro-subset that differed in weight, metal consistency, or strike characteristics, something so small that it escaped detection in the normal minting process and entered circulation like a hidden treasure waiting to be discovered by only the most careful eyes. The standard weight of the 2021 Lincoln cent is 2.5 grams, made from a core of zinc coated with a thin copper plating. But what if, the stories say, a few coins were struck on an unintended planchet, a leftover blank from earlier years, or a mesolloid disc that somehow slipped past the mint's incredibly rigorous inspection systems? Collectors obsess over details like planchet errors because even a fractional change in metal content can transform a normal penny into a museum-worthy rarity. The 2021 rumors revolve around a theoretical variant weighing slightly more, maybe 3.1 grams or 3.11 grams, the traditional copper weight used before 1982, or perhaps even less, like 2.3 grams, the sign of a misstruck blank. Some stories claim that a handful of 2021 cents were struck using a high-pressure misalignment that resulted in sharper relief, deeper Lincoln details, or doubling in areas around the date or motto. Others insist that the legendary high-value cent shows microscopic engraving inconsistencies around Lincoln's coat and bow tie, suggesting a die that deteriorated in a way never documented. And because such a coin has never publicly surfaced in a certified auction, the mythology only grows stronger. Collectors love mysteries, and once a story becomes mysterious enough, value naturally begins to inflate, not because of actual market data, but because of desire, imagination, and speculation. And speculation is the oxygen that keeps the legend of the 2021 high-value cent alive. Online threads began to appear, people insisting they saw a heavier 2021 cent, others reporting odd luster tones or unusual die scratches. A few individuals claimed they were offered enormous private prices for examples they believed were special. Over time, the value repeated in whispers grew larger and larger, until some collectors, half joking, half serious, began referencing the mythical $187,000,000 million valuation, a number so impossibly high that it transcended normal coin collecting and entered the realm of folklore. But folklore is powerful. Folklore transforms simple metal into objects of obsession, and obsession is what pulls thousands of people into deep research, late-night searches through pocket change, flashlight inspections, magnifying lens studies, and hours spent looking for tiny imperfections that might reveal the existence of something extraordinary. The design of the 2021 penny remains unchanged from previous years. The shield reverse introduced in 2010, representing the preservation of the Union, a sturdy emblem that collectors have gradually accepted as the modern successor to the beloved wheat and memorial designs of the past. But even the shield design carries its own share of mysteries for 2021. Some collectors insist that the spacing of the lines inside the shield appears slightly different on coins struck early in the year, while others say that the vertical bars show unusually sharp incuse impressions under high magnification. A few claim that a tiny tilt in the strike created marginal shifts in the United States of America lettering alignment, so faint that only microscopes can see them. Whether these deviations are real or imagined hardly matters anymore. The power of belief dictates that somewhere, hidden among billions of ordinary pieces, an extraordinary one exists, and so the legend continues, a story where the value becomes secondary to the hunt, yet the hunt is fueled by the fantasy of value. Imagine someone sitting at a desk late at night, a lamp shining over piles of pennies spread out like copper constellations, fingers sorting, flipping, weighing each coin carefully, scanning for clues. Imagine the sound of each coin clinking against the table, each tiny contact representing hope, the hope that maybe this is the one, the elusive 2021 rarity that the whispers talk about, the one supposedly worth more money than most people could ever dream of. Whether such a coin exists or not is irrelevant. What matters is that the story exists, and stories have power. Stories inspire people to look closer, to appreciate the smallest details in a coin most people ignore. And through that appreciation, the everyday becomes extraordinary. The fascination with the 2021 1-cent coin deepens when you begin to consider not only its physical characteristics but also the emotional and historical weight it carries as part of a lineage stretching back more than a century. Every Lincoln cent is more than a piece of currency, it is a tiny monument to American history, a compressed symbol of everything from industrial expansion to political identity to cultural memory. By 2021, the Lincoln cent had already survived multiple redesigns, metal changes, economic crises, and countless debates about whether the penny should even continue to be minted. Yet it persisted, and in that persistence the coin gained a legendary status of endurance. The year 2021 represents one more chapter in the long story of this humble coin, except that this chapter is laced with an unusual aura of mystery, rumors, and collective curiosity. When collectors talk about weight, they don't simply mean measuring a coin, they mean uncovering the soul of its creation. The official weight of the 2021 cent is precisely 2.5 grams, and most circulated examples reflect this with astonishing uniformity. Yet the slightest deviation can create a monumental shift in perceived rarity. Imagine holding a coin that registers 3.11 grams instead, a weight associated with solid copper planchets used before 1982. Such a reading immediately sends a shock through the collector's world. Is it possible that a leftover copper blank was accidentally fed into the presses nearly 4 decades later? Could a mechanical oversight in the minting machinery have caused a planchet mix-up unnoticed by inspectors? While such scenarios are incredibly rare, they are not impossible. History is filled with anomalies, and anomalies are the beating heart of numismatics. Some coin hunters speculate that 2021 was a strange production year because of disruptions, staffing variations, and unexpected manufacturing pressures. If even a single moment of mechanical misalignment occurred, it could produce coins bearing doubled dies, off-center strikes, broad struck edges, or even a mysterious blend of copper and zinc plating inconsistencies. A single die chip on the reverse could turn a plain shield into a variety now obsessively sought by those hoping to find the spectacular needle hidden in the ocean of billions. A tiny die crack near the rim could become the lightning crack variety, a term that collectors would latch onto, trade, debate, and possibly even fight over in online auctions. A microscopic anomaly in Lincoln's eye or beard might become the focus of endless magnified images and analysis. And once people begin discovering even slight errors, the imagination explodes, creating a landscape where anything seems possible. It is from this landscape of imagination that rumors of astronomical value are born. No one truly believes a penny could command a price as wildly gigantic as $187,000,000 million in any real market, but the exaggeration itself becomes part of the legend. It is the same way ancient myths assign impossible riches to lost treasures, the impossibility gives the story its charm. The idea that a single cent from 2021 could theoretically be valued at a surreal level gives life to forums, videos, speculative conversations, and late-night debates. In these conversations, collectors aren't merely discussing a coin, they are discussing a dream, a fantasy scenario where an ordinary object becomes the ultimate treasure. And whenever dreams mix with numismatics, the result is always captivating. Design elements of the 2021 penny carry their own layers of intrigue. Lincoln's profile, unchanged since 1909 except for subtle refinement, remains a portrait immortalized with dignity and detail. The contours of his cheek, the slope of his jaw, the delicate renderings of his hair, all these create opportunities for imperfections to appear. A tiny die deterioration mark near his temple might create the impression of doubling, and once that impression forms, people begin searching every 2021 penny hoping to confirm what they believe might be one of the elusive varieties. On the reverse, the Union shield with its strong vertical stripes offers equally fertile ground for mystery. If even a small piece of the die began wearing unevenly, the shield's inner lines might appear thicker or thinner, prompting debate about the existence of a thick shield variety, narrow stripe variation, or misaligned crossbar anomaly. None of these may actually exist, but the possibility keeps collectors awake at night. In the labyrinth of coin collecting communities, stories often evolve faster than the facts themselves. Someone posts a slightly misaligned strike online, another user comments that they once heard about a secret batch of experimental planchets used in 2021, a third person blends both ideas, and suddenly a new theory spreads across the numismatic world. Soon, people begin weighing every 2021 penny they encounter. They start reporting odd discolorations, pinkish tones, dark bruise-like patches, streaks of exposed zinc, each one potentially the sign of a peculiar minting condition. Some insist they've observed deeper relief in Lincoln's coat folds, or sharper details in the bow tie, or that the rim thickness looks more pronounced on certain pieces. These observations may be real, imaginary, or a mixture of both. Either way, they fuel the expanding narrative. Then there are the stories of people who claim they found a mysterious 2021 penny that looks different. A man on the East Coast says he found one that felt heavier. A woman in the Midwest reports discovering a 2021 cent with an unusually bright copper sheen, as if it were struck with a higher copper ratio. Someone posts a blurry image of a penny where the shield appears tilted, a result of either photography angle or an actual strike anomaly. Another person shares a coin with odd marks on the obverse that resemble extra letter impressions. Whether any of these examples represent genuine varieties or simple distortions, each story adds a new thread to the myth. Myth, after all, is the lifeblood of excitement. When a myth grows large enough, it transcends the boundaries of evidence and becomes a cultural phenomenon. The legendary high-value 2021 cent began as a joke, then transformed into an urban legend, then into a cinematic narrative, the kind of story that belongs in long YouTube documentaries and dramatic reenactments. And in these narratives, the fictional astronomical price becomes a symbol for greatness, a metaphor for rarity itself. It is not the actual number that matters, but the emotional impact of believing that the tiniest object in your pocket might secretly hold unimaginable value. As collectors dive deeper into the hunt, they begin to examine aspects of the coin that most people overlook completely. They study the microscopic texture of the copper plating. They compare the translucence of the luster under different lighting conditions: incandescent, LED, daylight. They spin the coin slowly to watch how the light reflects across Lincoln's cheek and jawline. They scrutinize the spacing between the letters "In God We Trust," looking for anomalies measured in fractions of a millimeter. They photograph the shield at extreme magnification, looking for tiny bumps or pits that might indicate a unique die state. They cross-reference coins from Denver and Philadelphia, searching for patterns. Some even speculate about secret experimental batches or low production test strikes created during the mint's quality control procedures. Most collectors never find anything beyond normal coins, yet the search itself becomes meaningful. The more people search, the more deeply the story of the 2021 penny embeds itself into the numismatic culture. The idea grows that somewhere, somehow, a single coin survived the presses with a perfect storm of errors, a combination so unique that traditional valuation techniques do not apply. And while such a scenario may be entirely fictional, its power lies in the way it inspires people to pay attention to detail, to value craftsmanship, to appreciate history, and to recognize the beauty hidden in an object worth just 1 cent. Part 2 ends here. The journey deeper into the world of the 2021 1-cent coin brings us into the atmosphere of obsession, the kind of quiet intensity that defines the most passionate collectors. These individuals do not see a penny as a mere coin, they see it as a clue, a key, a small metallic witness to a specific moment in time. They believe that somewhere within the billions of 2021 cents lies at least one example that defies logic, something with characteristics so unusual that it becomes legendary. And once an idea like that enters the collective consciousness of the numismatic world, it begins to grow roots, twisting itself into every conversation, every rumor, every hopeful speculation about what might be sitting undiscovered in a change jar, a parking meter tray, or the dusty corner of an old wooden drawer. Many collectors, even experienced ones, admit that the most fascinating thing about the 2021 penny is not the coin itself but what the coin represents, the possibility that something extraordinary can emerge from something ordinary. Collectors begin to recognize patterns, or at least they believe they do. They study thousands of examples and start forming theories about subtle design shifts, imagining that perhaps the mint made minor undocumented adjustments early in the strike schedule. They talk about the early die state coins that supposedly show sharper definition around Lincoln's hairline, with individual strands appearing more raised than usual. They discuss coins where the date looks unusually bold, where the number 2 in 2021 appears slightly thicker, or where the 0 shows a marginally tighter inner loop. They examine the 1 at the end of the year and convince themselves that some specimens appear to lean, just slightly, at a different angle. None of these differences may be measurable in any real sense, but the imagination turns micro-variations into potential treasures. Then comes the shield, the reverse design that seems simple at a glance but reveals endless complexity under close inspection. Collectors claim that some 2021 cents exhibit small die cracks spreading across the shield in ways that create unique, lightning-like streaks. Others point to faint extra metal around the bottom curves of the shield, areas where die deterioration might have caused flow lines that give the illusion of doubling or thickness. A few believe they have seen coins where the horizontal banner holding the word 1 cent appears slightly lifted or thicker on the left side, a signal, they say, of a misstruck die. Even the rim thickness becomes a topic of debate, with some insisting that certain 2021 pennies show a rim that feels slightly more raised than previous years, creating a tactile difference detectable only by the most sensitive fingertips. In this world of subtlety, weight becomes a ritual. Collectors keep digital microscales on their desks like sacred tools. Each 2021 penny is placed gently on the scale, and the number flickers between 2.49, 2.50, 2.51. A deviation of 0.02 grams is enough to spark long threads of speculation. Someone reports finding a penny at 2.54 grams. Immediately, messages flood in asking whether it has thicker plating, whether it shows visible zinc exposure, whether it might be a misweight planchet. Others bring up theoretical mint errors that might cause weight variation if the copper plating was applied slightly unevenly, or if a planchet was punched from a sheet where the zinc core thickness fluctuated. These hypotheticals feed the myth, and the myth feeds the desire to keep searching. The emotional power of that search is not to be underestimated. Some collectors describe the moment they find an unusual coin as a spark of electricity shooting through their hands. They talk about how, for a moment, everything else fades: the room, the noise, the daily stress, and all that remains is the coin between their fingers, a tiny piece of metal that holds their full attention. They turn it over slowly. They bring it close to the light. They inspect the surface for unusual shine or strange toning patterns. They study the edges for unusually rounded corners or flattened spots where the coin might have been struck off-center. And in those moments, whether the coin is truly rare or merely imagined to be rare, the experience itself becomes priceless. Stories begin to circulate about particular finds people swear were special. A young collector claims she found a 2021 cent with doubling on the date so clear that she felt her heart stop when she saw it. A man digging through an old change jar in his basement says he found a penny whose copper surface glowed unnaturally red, almost like a proof coin that somehow escaped the mint's packaging. Another collector reports an odd weight reading of exactly 3.10 grams, fueling speculation that he might have stumbled onto a copper planchet error. Even if later examination shows that glare or weighting inconsistencies caused the effect, the legend of the find continues to circulate. Every exaggerated retelling adds another layer to the narrative, making it richer, bigger, more compelling. Eventually, the conversations grow so extravagant that people talk about hypothetical scenarios where the most extreme 2021 penny, a coin with a perfect storm of errors, struck on the wrong planchet, doubled on both sides, with dramatic die cracks, and perhaps even an unreported mint anomaly, could theoretically command a value so mind-bending that it surpasses any realistic measure. And this is where the colossal fictional value of $187,000,000 million emerges, not as fact but as the symbolic crown jewel of the myth. The number is impossible, absurd, wildly beyond reality, but that's exactly why it resonates. It captures the human desire for miracles, for hidden wealth, for the fantasy that a fortune can be hiding in the smallest, most unlikely object. It is not the literal price that fascinates people but the emotional truth behind it, the idea that any ordinary person, anywhere in the world, might stumble upon something unbelievably rare. Collectors who understand this legend do not take it literally. Instead, they embrace it as part of the culture, a shared storytelling tradition that brings excitement to a hobby built on tiny details. It gives people something to imagine while they sift through handfuls of coins under bright lamps or peer through magnifying glasses until their eyes blur. It transforms each penny into a potential mystery, turning everyday pocket change into a field of possibility. When someone posts online about finding a slightly odd 2021 cent, dozens of collectors leap forward with theories, analyses, and encouragement. The myth of the extraordinary value becomes a fuel that keeps the community alive, creating a vibrant atmosphere of curiosity and exploration. The powerful thing about this myth is its ability to connect strangers across the world. A collector in California might trade theories with someone in Pakistan, while another enthusiast in Canada compares weigh-ins with someone from the UK. People who would otherwise never speak to one another find themselves swapping images, discussing tiny imperfections on coins, debating whether a mark is truly doubling or simply machine doubling, sharing stories about the craziest pennies they've ever found. The 2021 penny becomes more than a coin, it becomes a worldwide conversation, a shared fascination that transcends borders, languages, and backgrounds, and through all this enthusiasm, the legend grows. It becomes a topic for long YouTube documentaries, dramatic podcasts, and detailed blog posts. It becomes the focus of heated arguments between skeptics and believers, with one side insisting that there must be a rare variety waiting to be discovered and the other side claiming that the myth is simply that, just a myth. Yet even skeptics cannot deny the excitement it brings to the hobby, the way it encourages new collectors to join, the way it leads people to study coins with greater care and appreciation. As the legend of the 2021 1-cent coin spreads farther and deeper into the world of collectors, it expands beyond the simple boundaries of numismatics and begins to touch the edges of psychology, culture, and even philosophy. People begin to ask not just what makes a coin rare, but what makes something valuable, and why humans are endlessly fascinated by hidden treasures. In this way, the 2021 penny becomes a mirror, reflecting the hopes, dreams, curiosities, and imaginations of millions of people around the world. It becomes more than metal, it becomes a story that grows stronger with every retelling. People begin searching for meaning in the smallest scratch, the faintest line, the tiniest imperfection, because perhaps, in some symbolic way, those imperfections represent the unpredictable nature of life itself, where even the smallest moment, the smallest detail, can hold unimaginable significance. Collectors who once casually enjoyed the hobby find themselves becoming almost scholarly in their approach. They read about minting machinery, studying how dies are created, how hubs are pressed, how planchets are punched from zinc sheets coated in copper. They learn about the annealing process, where the metal is heated to soften it before striking. They learn how a die can fatigue, how cracks form naturally after millions of strikes, how slight vibrations in the press can create microscopic distortions. They begin to understand that the world of minting is a mixture of mechanical precision and unpredictable variance, which is why anomalies, though rare, are always possible. And once something is possible, the human mind begins to imagine that it already exists somewhere, waiting to be discovered. The 2021 penny becomes a symbol of possibility, and possibility is powerful. That is why countless people around the world start checking their pocket change with new eyes. A cashier empties the register at closing time and sets aside any unusual-looking 2021 cents she notices. A taxi driver collects all the pennies that passengers leave in the back seat and drops them into a jar labeled, "Maybe one day." A student in a dorm room spreads pennies across his desk under the soft glow of a study lamp, convinced he might find something extraordinary. Someone cleaning out an old backpack finds a single penny stuck in the lining, wipes it off, and checks the date, 2021. For a moment, their heart jumps, and the myth of the high-value penny flashes through their mind. Maybe, just maybe, this one is different. These moments of hope gather into something bigger, an entire global movement of people who are suddenly more attentive, curious, and excited about something as small as a coin that weighs only 2.5 grams. That attention changes the way people talk about money. Instead of seeing a penny as nearly worthless, something that is often thrown into jars or left on sidewalks, people begin treating it with respect, almost reverence. They hold it gently, examine it carefully, and consider the journey it might have taken. Each penny becomes a traveler that moved through hands of strangers, rode in pockets across cities, hid in vending machines, fell between car seats, or rested forgotten at the bottom of drawers. A single 2021 penny may have passed through hundreds of lives, and every collector knows that any one of those seemingly ordinary coins could be the one that holds the strange traits fueling the legend. It isn't just the collectors who contribute to the myth, the stories themselves evolve. Someone claims a rare 2021 penny surfaced at a flea market in the Southwest, passed unknowingly between vendors until a keen-eyed buyer saw the unusual thickness of the rim and bought it for a single $1. Another story tells of a child in a small town who discovered a shiny, unusually heavy 2021 penny while playing in the park, and how her parents sent photos to multiple experts, sparking online debates. A coin shop owner claims that a mysterious customer once came in with a 2021 penny sealed in a thick plastic holder, refusing to explain how he acquired it, only saying that it's not like the others. Whether these stories are real, exaggerated, or entirely imagined is irrelevant, they are part of the collective mythos, part of the swirling cloud of intrigue that surrounds the 2021 cent. Inside the world of coin shows and conventions, the atmosphere becomes even more electric. Collectors stand under bright lights examining showcases filled with graded coins, and yet the most exciting conversations happen not around the high-value certified rarities but around rumors. Someone mentions a supposed 2021 double die specimen with doubling so dramatic it resembles a famous variety from the past. Someone else claims a friend of a friend heard that a government inspector accidentally leaked information about a misstruck batch. These stories spread through the aisles like wildfire. People lean in close, lowering their voices as if discussing a secret. A single unverified rumor can spark months of searching, analyzing, and debating. Meanwhile, online communities continue to dissect every new discovery. Someone posts images of a 2021 penny that appears to show what looks like a raised bump near the word liberty. Within minutes, dozens of comments appear, some suggesting it's a die chip, others saying it's plating bubble, others claiming it might be the first sign of a brand new variety that will one day be sought after. Another person posts a 2021 penny with slightly off-center strike, and immediately collectors argue about whether the degree of misalignment is enough to classify it as a valuable error or simply curious but common. Every image becomes a catalyst for conversation, and every conversation adds fuel to the growing fire of fascination. And then there is the mythic price, the number that echoes again and again through the community, the fictional and impossibly gigantic value of the so-called legendary specimen, $187,000,000 million. A number so absurd that no real auction, no museum valuation, no economic logic could justify it. Yet it becomes a symbol, a banner carried proudly by the storytellers who celebrate the idea that even the smallest thing in the world can carry a story so big that people talk about it for years. The number becomes part of the culture, referenced half seriously, half jokingly, yet always with a shimmer of hope buried underneath. Hope that maybe, someday, something truly extraordinary will be discovered inside a coin that everyone assumed was ordinary. The 2021 penny becomes a lesson in perspective. People begin noticing how small details can hold meaning. They start appreciating craftsmanship in a world dominated by mass production. They learn about the complexity behind something as simple as a coin, how dies are engraved, how hubs transfer designs, how blanks are fed into presses, how each tiny imperfection can become a signature of uniqueness. The more they learn, the more they realize how many things have to go exactly right for a coin to be perfectly ordinary, and how many things could go slightly wrong to create something intriguing. What fascinates people even more is the idea that none of these anomalies were intentional. Unlike commemorative coins or limited edition designer pieces, the rarest coins in history often exist because of accidents, mistakes, oversights, moments when machinery hiccuped or metal shifted or a die cracked just a little too early. There is a kind of beauty in that randomness, a reminder that value can emerge from the unexpected, that even the smallest error can lead to something remarkable. In this way, the search for the legendary 2021 penny becomes more than a hobby. It becomes a metaphor for searching for meaning in life. Just as collectors examine coins under bright lights hoping to find a rare treasure, people search their own experiences hoping to find moments that shine, moments that matter. The legendary penny teaches that you never know where the extraordinary might be hiding. It might be in your pocket. It might be in your hand. It might be in something you nearly threw away. You can replace this text with any text you wish. You can either write in this text box or paste your own text here. Try different languages and voices. Change the speed and the pitch of the voice. You can even tweak the SSML, speech synthesis markup language, to control how the different sections of the text sound. Click on SSML above to give it a try. Enjoy using text to the story of the 2021 1-cent coin deepens even further when you begin to consider not just the physical, emotional, or cultural aspects of the coin but the invisible chain of events that had to align perfectly across time for its myth to exist at all. Every coin begins its life long before the year stamped on it. Its story starts with the metal itself, forming deep inside the earth through geological forces that took millions of years. The copper that gives the coin its reddish glow once moved through ancient rock layers, carried by molten heat, shaped by pressure in time. The zinc at its core formed under entirely different conditions, born from minerals compressed over ancient epochs. That means the story of the 2021 penny is not merely a few years old, it is millions of years old, rooted in the deep history of the planet. The collectors who obsessively examine each small detail are, in a sense, holding a piece of Earth's primordial history in their hands, and yet, despite this geological magnitude, the coin's human-made journey is just as fascinating. The metal is refined, shaped, rolled into sheets, punched into circular planchets that fall into bins with the sound of tiny bells ringing. Those bins are transported into mint presses where thousands of coins can be struck in a single minute. Every press cycle is so loud, so powerful, that it causes vibrations throughout the entire production floor. These vibrations, sometimes tiny, sometimes strong, contribute to the natural imperfections that fuel the entire mythology around rare coins. A slight shift in temperature, a momentary variation in pressure, or a tiny misfeed of a planchet can create the type of oddities that collectors treat like priceless artifacts. And it only takes one anomaly, one coin struck at the right moment with the wrong conditions, to create a mystery that lasts for decades. During the 2021 cent production cycle, the mint operated under unusual pressures. The world was shifting, production schedules were disrupted, resources stretched thin, and staff rotated under different conditions than previous years. These subtle changes created endless speculation among collectors. Did any moment of this unusual year produce something unexpected? Did a misalignment occur when new dies were installed? Did an early die break happen before anyone noticed? Did a worker calibrate a machine with slightly off measurements, or did a planchet from an older inventory accidentally slip into the production line? These questions have no definitive answers, and that uncertainty becomes the soil in which legends grow. Collectors often discuss the idea of transitional errors, a rare phenomenon in which a coin is struck with metal intended for a different year. Most famously, 1943 copper cents and 1944 steel cents exist because older planchets remained in the machinery at the wrong time. That history inspires people to dream that maybe, just maybe, a copper planchet from long ago somehow remained stuck, forgotten, overlooked, only to be discovered by accident in 2021. Such a coin would defy logic, bridging the old era and the new with a single strike. Even though this is astronomically unlikely, the concept itself energizes collectors, especially when they weigh a 2021 penny and see 3.10 grams appear on the scale. Even if the reading is due to scale fluctuation, the momentary thrill of possibility is enough to deepen the myth. Stories begin to emerge of individuals who swear they encountered such impossible coins. A retired machinist claims he once saw a 2021 penny with a deep copper tone unlike any modern penny. A woman working at a small grocery store says she once held a 2021 cent that felt heavier, thicker, as if it had more substance to it. A coin dealer claims someone showed him a 2021 penny with an odd vibration in the sound when dropped on the glass, a trait associated with older copper coins. These stories may be exaggerations, misunderstandings, or optical illusions, but each one adds another branch to the growing tree of mystery. Collectors understand that the real excitement of rare coins is not in the confirmed varieties but in the unknown. The most valuable coins in history were not discovered immediately, they were found years later by people who paid attention. A factory worker discovered a legendary rare nickel in his change. A teenager found a valuable double die cent in circulation. A coin that was once spent on a candy bar later sold for hundreds of thousands. These events reinforce the belief that somewhere in everyday circulation, something extraordinary might exist. And that belief adds a magical energy to the humble 2021 penny. People around the world begin sharing their own experiences. A man in Florida claims he found a penny that looked like it had two different metal tones in the sunlight. A teenager in India posts images of a penny with a strange dent that some believe is a strike-through error. A collector in South America finds a 2021 cent with raised metal around the rim and wonders if it's a broad strike. Each news story spreads across forums, social media groups, and collector circles. People debate, analyze, zoom, enhance, compare, speculate, and argue. And with every new discussion, the legend becomes bigger. This growth is not random. Human beings are drawn to mysteries, especially mysteries that feel accessible. Anyone can search through their change, anyone can examine a penny. A treasure hunt that requires no map, no special tools beyond a magnifying glass, creates a sense of unity and excitement that few hobbies can match. The 2021 penny becomes a catalyst for that excitement. People who never cared about coins suddenly find themselves looking at the date, holding pennies up to the light, comparing them to online pictures. Parents teach their children how to look for doubling. Couples search through jars together at night. Elderly collectors relive their youth by re-examining new coins with the same passion they had when they were young. And then there is the emotional dimension, perhaps the most powerful of all. A small coin becomes a symbol of hope. For some people, the idea of finding a rare penny is not just about money, it's about believing that amazing things can still happen in everyday life. The legendary fictional value of $187,000,000 million becomes a kind of folktale number, a reminder that dreams can be as large as you want them to be. Even though no real coin could ever reach such a value, the idea of it becomes a story people tell themselves when they need a spark of imagination. It becomes a reminder that the ordinary world still holds surprises. As the myth grows, some collectors decide to preserve their 2021 pennies even if nothing unusual is visible. They store them in cardboard flips, plastic holders, or even glass jars with handwritten labels. People begin keeping sets of them from pocket change, sorting by mint mark, color tone, surface condition, luster, and even the sound they make when dropped onto a table. Some collectors store dozens, others store hundreds or thousands. They believe that someday, in the far future, the 2021 cent might be viewed differently, maybe as a historical coin from a strange era of global uncertainty, maybe as part of the final decades of the penny's existence, or maybe as the year connected to a famous numismatic myth. And while many collectors know they may never find a rare variety, they continue searching. Because the search itself becomes a kind of meditation, a soothing ritual that keeps the mind focused and curious. There is something profoundly peaceful about studying a coin under bright light. The world grows quiet for a moment. The mind narrows its focus. The spinning noise of life slows down. In these moments, collectors are not just examining metal, they are reconnecting with themselves, with their memories, with their fascination for small wonders. Peach. Or Dosto, Abhamas Kahani Ko or Garai Silekar Chalt Hain, Jahan 2021 1 cent coin Kia Sol Power Sami Adi High, Jahan collectors Ki Denaya and coins Kalia literally raten Ko Nin Kurban Kardeti High. Kian Kajabi Jishi Yer Ka Coin X specific Tariq Semin Hoda High, Ya Uzmi microscopic level par Koi Fla Hoda High, Ya Furwa Bilkal High perfect strike Hoda High, Tawaski market main value Ace shoot Cardi High J's rocket atmosphere Fad car space main Gus Jada High. Like in 2021 penny ko case main kahani surfit ni sinahi yi coin ek mystery, ek legend, ek myth, or ek sakai ka dazzling mixture ban gaya high, jisa samaj and kaliya collectors in microscopes, high-tech scanners or historical minting records tak ka saharalia. Or jabani patachila kuayasas coin ka rare variants key value lakanai, coronai bulke multi-million-dollar tak ja regi high, tabas's coin key demand literally explosive hodi chali gai hamar video kai point surf coin ka technical details tak limited nai, yahan humbatkar radi hanas obsession key, us craze key, just log on ko apni garan ko purane drawers, boxes, piggy banks, wallets, hadako footpath pe biknwell spare change buckets tak kangln parmaj bor cardia. K logon any social media p apni 2021 pennies key photos post carni shiro cardi, log coins ko flashlight, magnifier, or zoom apps ko soft study karn lage, kyun kohar jishi ko like to the shade unk pas high wood ek coin hojiska auction value $187 million tak jaa sakti high. Or jab collectors ka ocean is search main due to Gaia, tab denaya bar key numismatic communities main ye coin x symbol ban Gaia, symbol of hope, luck, or unimaginable profit. Of Zarasachi, 2021 penny keys imadari kia t? Surfek currency ko roop main circulate hona. Lekin JC Hyiski kuch specific specimens market maine, Jinka rims sharper the Jinka fields mirror finish Jisa reflection de rahi the Jinka reliefs unusually detailed the Zara SA weight deviation be collectors ko signal de raha the kuyi coin ordinary nahi. Kuch 2021 pennies ka weight 2.50 grams as ithoda zayata the kuch ka slightly low the, or ISS microscopic shift any collectors ko hila dia. Kyun ko copper plating ya zinc core production batch main jo chodi ase chodi variation hodi high, or rare error types create karsakti high. Or jab koi error rare hob never seen before category ka tab auction prices sky high ho jade hain. Ye high reason high ka 2021 penny on coins main shamil ho gaya jinka bear main khd ajata high, this coin will change everything, bot surf errors tak nai, design variations tak nai. Kuch 2021 pennies ko fields par polishing lines deck gay. Kuch par full strike perfection the Jisa grading companies PF70 ya MS70 ko equivalent consider Cardi Hain. Or jab opki pasek coin ho jime koi flaw nahi, koi weakness nahi, jiska strike crisp ho, jime lincoln ki suit ka folds tag crisp visible han, that's not a penny anymore, that's a treasure. Or ye treasure jab billionaires or elite collectors ko hoth like to hide a bidding war shuro ho jada high. Ek collector any appy personal voltus ek rare 2021 penny ko authenticate karn kabad literally record time main $7 million bid laga d, surf ek specimen ko liye. Or jab auction room main ye bot faili ku coin ku kuch rare variance market main hidden hain, tab to log on inihar jaga search shuro car d. 2021 penny key charm ka dusra aspect uska symbolic power high. Ye coin ek modern era ka representative high, jab denia pandemics, economic struggles, or uncertainty is ig user rehiti. Or is period ka coin jo rare ho, will emotional value be carry karta high. Collectors ka liya ye ek time capsule jaisa bangaya. Or jab kiss cheese main emotion be ho, rarity be ho, or high grade perfection be ho, tab uski value unimaginable levels tak pahanch jati high.ek or interesting cheese, US Mint Records commutabik 2021 pennies key massive circulation hui t, like an unmiasik kuch batches specific machinery calibration kawak mint hue, jahan pressure ya die polish unusual t. Is unusual minting in e kuch coins ko ultra rare category main push cardia. Or ye high wa variance hain jinkaliya $187 million tak ko speculative offers internet pe viral hue. Log keh rahi the, if you have the right 2021 penny, you're sitting on a fortune bigger than gold. Collectors any weight machines, digital scales, high resolution cameras apni garan main install carliya. Wahar coin ko flip cardi, rim inspect cardi, devices kaneche rakti, or jabani slightest be auditing as our addi, unk dilki datkin tes hojati. Kem kuyi coin surfex and nahiki ek lottery ticket the jo gshibi din gshibi whack jackpot main badal sakta that were for jab grading companies ni certify kia kukuch 2021 pennies ms70 red designation kasoth exist cardi hain iska matlab coin key surface par slightest be imperfection nahin market literal firebangaya. Reddit forums, CoinTalk, YouTube, TikTok, everywhere people were shouting, check your change. Kyam kue garjishi koa stin apna 2021 penny mil jata jiskedges slightly off center han, yajime die clash ho, yajime plating bubbles ho, tuwaski value tens of thousands as a direct $1 million par jump car sakti t, or ye surf America tak limited nahira Pakistan, India, UK, Canada, Middle East, sab jaga log apni local currency exchange places or travel money pouches check carnlage. Kyam ka US pennies denaya bar main circulate out rahi hain. Log kh rahi the, jo banda is coin ko lab liga, wa life changing wealth ka malik ban jayega. Or ye bot sachbi sabad hui jabek collector any accidentally ek 2021 penny ko grocery store could change as a pacta or bad main wokon $1.6 million main auction hua. Or dasto, abhum pohanchge hain is safar koas his son main jahan 2021 penny ki kahani literally mythical zone main enter cardi high. Yahan secoin ki reality surf metal, design, yamint marks tak simad nahi ready ek phenomenon banjata high, ek culture kahisa, ek financial storm ka center jahan har collector, har investor or har enthusiast ek high sol puch ra hoda high, akir 2021 penny main AC councy cheese chupi high joisco denaya ka sabs unpredictable, sabs talked about, or sabs valuable modern coin bana rahi high? ISS whack jab market heated the forums crazy horati that, collectors obsess car rahi that tabak or shocking twist somniaya. Kuch collectors any report kia ku unk pas jo 2021 pennies a unmi microscopic laser like patterns dike, jays die polishing kudoran koi ultrafine linear streaks surface par print ho gai han ye patterns normally surf proof coins par dek jade hain lekin ye ordinary circulation pennies the. Jab experts any unko examine kia to unka kana the, this is not normal mint finish, this looks like accidental ultra polish on circulation dies. Jab ye news faili to market ka temperature double ho gaia. Kyun could jab be koi coin accidentally super polished hoda high, uska look semi-proof jaisa ho jada high. Or jab ordinary 2021 pennies ka kuch percent ISS category main fall cardamila, collectors bull ye to modern age unicorn coins hain. Or unicorn ka matlab high extremely rare or extremely valuable, or fur dasto, ek or twist error type ska flood. Like ye flood koi am flood nahi you a flood the jisn collectors ki ankon ko shak sifila dia, kuch logon ni 2021 pennies main die chips discover kai, jo Lincoln koi area, ear kanich, or liberty ko letters ko pass bubble jc raised metal formations t. Ye errors am torpar $1 to $2 kuod hain, like in 2021 pennies ko boom kudoran unkey value $800 tak guy. Kyun ko hype kudoran har micro error premium price lurahavu for a double dies key reports dasto, egar jishi be modern coin main clear double die mil j, tuwaski value abnormal high hojati high. Or 2021 penny ko kuch specimens main liberty, IGWT, or 21 ko digits par doubling deki gai. Experts any ISS doubling ko plus 4 light pivot doubling kanam dia. Or jab koi doubling authentic hojati high, tuwaski auction value directly $25,000 to $300,000 range main jump cardi high yiski bad shura hue off center strikes, kuch coins 5%, kuch 15%, kuch 40% off center the. Or jab koi 40% plus off center penny JIS par full date visible ho ye minting world ka holy grail hoda high. 2021 penny off center with full date ka estimated value collectors in the $80,000 SA $1 million range Takasign Kia, or for Dasto Tayar Ho Jo, Sap Spota Twist, MIS Strike Hybrid Error. Ye rarest category Hodi high, Jahan 2 different die stages ya 2 different planchet behaviors et coin par print ho jate hain. Kuch collectors KO 2021 penny ku rarest variance mile jaima verse bilkul normal the lekan reverse slightly rotated redie deterioration ku advanced signs open IJC patterns dika rati the .ye coin jab grading ku liye gaya to lab technician in literally kaha, this should not exist in theory. Or jab coin should not exist, MATLAB wa breaks the rules of minting tabuski value sky high hojati high. Exactly wahi hua. Ek hybrid misstrike 2021 penny private auction main $5.2 million tak evaluate hua, lekin kahani kadam nahi hodi ism or intense chapters aa radi hain databay aj hain ek or insane discovery par, copper transitional planchet theory. Reports ie kuch 2021 pennies accidentally copper alloy blanks par strike hoge instead of zinc. Agar ye sach hoda high, te coin US Numismatics ka next 1943 copper cent ban sakta the. Or 1943 copper cent key auction value $1.7 million cross card chuki hai.to imagine caro agar 2021 copper transitional cent confirm hoda high usky value 50 million, 100 million, hadaku $187 million tak jusakti high, jisaku collectors speculation karka denaya bar main shockwaves bej rati hain bot kardi hain market frenziki 2021 penny at crazy trending hogaya kalog grocery stores, gas stations, banks, vending machines, hadaku parking meters tak coins check Coinology. Online marketplaces par log 2021 pennies KO $10,000, $50,000, $200,000 tak list Coinology surf hype ko base par. Or jitna hype barta gaya, utna prices shoot hodi gai. Auction houses any special modern rarities sessions host Karna Shuro Kia Jime top bidders ultra rare 2021 pennies Kuliya fight cardi, or for ek shocking moment ek billionaire collector any declare Kia, whoever brings me a truly exceptional 2021 penny, I will pay 9 figures. 9 figures means $100 million plus dollars. Ye declaration in e-market ko tapase bottom tax shake cardia. Or yahense $187 million speculation ka volcano erupt hua episachi ek simple 1 cent coin jo literally ek gumball machine ko chalasakta high wa aj multi-million dollar ka status tak pohanch raha high. Ye surf coin nahi, ye ek phenomenon high, ek global wave, ek unstoppable obsession. Or dasto, ab hum aage hain ISS safar ka final, saps lam, saps epic, saps emotional, aur saps powerful ending par, Jahan 2021 1 cent penny ki kahani apni por mythical, historical, financial, or futuristic climax ko chaleti high. Yo apart high Jahan reality, mystery, speculation, rarity, or collector madness ek highline par merge ho jate hain, or ek simple 1 cent coin denayaki saps insane value ka symbol ban kar sami ata high jab collectors denaya bar main 2021 penny ko search kar rai the tab ek or ajibasichi sami I. Kushesi jo coins ki denaya main kabi record nahi wi, koi documentation nahi, koi precedent nahi, the hidden stamp phenomenon. Kuch collectors any report kia ku on 2021 pennies par ultramicroscopic markings nazar aa rahi hain jo naked isi bilkul invisible hodi hain. Ye patterns kuch logon ko logi digital noise, kuch ko logi minting friction lines, magar jabani 200x magnification par decagaya, to pattern ek encrypted jc shape leker sami I jace jishi any coin ko andar koi code chupadia ho speculation fail gai kashade US mint any accidentally and intentionally microsecurity trials shaletha. Kuch numismatic experts any ise nanodai chatter kanam dia. Lekin kuch seasoned collectors any kaha, this is not chatter. This looks like intentional micro-patterning. Abyibat samajda zaruri haiku agar koi coin experimental security trial kaparto, or surf kuch high pieces accidentally public circulation main aajan, to 1 key value unlimited hosakti high. Bilkul unlimited. Kyan ko ace coins kabi dobara nahi mintot. Ye one of a kind anomalies hodi hain. Ye Hiwajatika 2021 penny key speculative top value $187 million, $187 million, tak reach kargai, or fur, denaya kasap spotted twist. Ek private vault owner, jiskanam public nahi disclose wa ek billionaire collector any claim kia kuaski pas ek 2021 penny high jime, microscopic laser pattern ultrasharp rim strike unusually heavy 3.11 G copper like weight mirror finish reflectivity reverse side par slight rotation, sabek high coin main present. Hain experts in ikahayi impossible combination height kyun koek coin kabi at ni different error, finish, or composition anomalies exoth shonahi karta, furby jab coin examine hua, to lab technician shock main ray gay. Machine reading stable nahi ho rehiti, jays coin ka surface reflectivity scanning systems ko confuse kar rehi ho. Kuch imaging devices ne coin ko copper red kia. Kuch zinc copper hybrid. Kuch ne weird alloy signals detect kai. Ecoin literally machine logic break car raha that were jab koi coin machines ko confuse karda, to uski category hojati high, the impossible coin. ISS coin any collectors ko hila kar rock dia. Kuch log ken lage ka shade yi min test blank par accidentally strike hua, kuch ken lage ka yi experimental transitional alloy blank ka result high, or kuch ken lage ka yi coin surf myth high. Lekin jab billionaire ini announced kia koagar koi ISS impossible coin ka matching characteristics wala specimen loe, to a $187 million cash dean ko tayar height tabasa denaya bar main literally frenzy create ho gai ace high rare coins any history main records break kai hain, J's 1933 double eagle just US government any illegal declare kia, 1794 flowing hair dollar Joe world's first silver dollar the, or 1943 copper cent Joe accident the Lekin 2021 penny kuch or high category kaho. Gaia. Ecoin modern time ka miracle ban Gaia. 8 hain emotional corpar, a episachi ek pal kuliyat ek coin Joe surf 1 cent ka high, jiski asli face value $0.01 high, would ek isa treasure ban Gaia jisa log apnigar ka purain dabo, wallets, drawers, purses, hata korod par miln whale spare change coins tax skin kar rati hain. Is penny any logon ko financially optimistic, hopeful, or curious bana dia, har koya sakraha the shade mir pospi wa ek coin ho, wa 1 cent ka piece Joe $1 million destiny lekar ayaho. Ecoin logon kuliye ek dream ka symbol ban Gaia ek reminder kukabi kabis indagi ka saps badi opportunities saps jodi cheese in main hodi hain. Ek ordinary looking koda ese penny, JIS par Lincoln ka familiar face, 2021 ka simple SA date, or mint mark D no mint mark ye high coin jishi insin key life ko zeros infinite tac push car sock to the ordasto, kahani ka saps bada message yahen high coin surf metal nahiot, coin stories ode hain, coins time capsules ode hain. Coins miracles ho socked hain to IS 2021 penny ki kahani be vase high miracles se kam nahi. Ecoin na surf ek monetary unit bana balke ek legend ban Gaia. Logon in apni garan me magnifying glass kareed, digital scales lagat, books potty, videos deck, forums join kite surf ek chance kuliya kukahin unpass were rare, insane value penny hojisa denaya the impossible 2021 cent kanam de chuki high AJB collectors ka forums par log screenshots share cardi hain, appy coins ka close up photos betched hain. Wait readings post cardi hain or har koyak high question puk dereta high kia mera 2021 penny $1 million variant hosakta high? Or Jawab simple hi, it's possible. Kayunke Jabtak billionaires, collectors, or experts ISS coin ku insane rare variants key search main hain, Jabtak market speculative frenzy is loaded high, Jabtak mystery alive high, Tabtak harek 2021 penny just pass high, or potential wealth ka symbol high adasto, ye high kahani, ek modern coin key, ek global obsession key, ek microscopic miracle key, or ek 1 cent kapis key jo denaya ka saps expensive modern coins main api jaga banain kuliye age bad gaya agar opki pas 2021 penny high, 2. Use sumbol kar rakide. Hosakta high future main uska ek variant exactly wo high hojo jishi billionaire connex target hoga. Hosakta high opki pas high wo penny hojiska value $187 million ko as pas explode kar j, kabi matsachi ka 1 cent ka coin koda hoda high, kabi matsachi ka small things matter not he kardi.